Stereo in this bitch. There it is. Damn, how do I rename it? Stream settings. Can I head chat please for a second? I genuinely have no idea how the fuck to rename this. It's the first time I'm attempting to do something like this, so... Edit title, there we go. Okay. Okay. Control C. Alright. Stream is set up. I have no idea how the audio sounds, but I do in fact have a new microphone. It is a USB microphone, but it is a dedicated one that hopefully won't pick up my fan that's going on in the background, because this game makes my PC want to explode. Monster Hunter World and Iceborne were on sale, and one of my friends recently got a gaming PC and she bought this for it. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I want to play Monster Hunter World with her, so I bought it.
Good luck.
She isn't going to be joining me for this because I haven't figured out how the fuck to do multiplayer on Steam yet. This is like publicly live, right? I think so. This is actually my first time streaming anything from PC. I've used my capture card to stream shit before, but not like an actual PC game. So I don't even know how well this is going to run. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to transfer my save data from Monster Hunter World on PS4 to this, so I had to completely start over again. The good news is that it gave me this armor set, the Defender, and this bow, which is the Defender bow, and I'm using those, which is greatly increasing the speed at which shit gets done. I forgot to eat. So as far as this, I believe I actually already streamed this part way back when I first got a PS4. But, you know, have to replay the game, so this is mostly just a test to see if it will run and stream well. I have it set to 720p and 30 FPS for the stream, but I'm actually playing the game in 4K at 60 frames a second. Well, as close to. That's the resolution is set to 4K, but I don't think it actually is like rendering in 4K. Where the fuck is Baroth normally at? He's up here, right? I will say one thing I'm really glad about is this has like a tutorial right as soon as you start the game on how to use the Clutch Claw and the new shit. And you didn't really get that in Iceborne from when I played it on the PS4. Like, you get the little tutorial window, but it was like a required quest to take to learn how to play it in the arena. So that was really nice, because now I actually kind of understand how the fuck to use this thing. Like, you're supposed to wait until the monster is staggered. Cactar got away from me. You're supposed to wait until you stagger the monster before you clutch claw onto it and do shit. And I was always kind of just trying to do it whenever. Which is why I often failed. This microphone doesn't have a pop filter, but I am decently far away from the actual microphone itself, so hopefully there's Baroth. So hopefully it doesn't pick up the P's too much. Alright, that's not a thing. That's it. Of course, I have to relearn how to play World because I was playing Generations Ultimate with her up until, like, last night. Notice how every time I go from World to Gen U or Gen U to World, I completely forget how to play the other one? Also, in between my last stream of Monster Hunter and this, we actually got more Rise gameplay from TGS, and that game looks fun as fuck. I cannot wait. I actually have the Collector's Edition pre-ordered. Alright, so it's staggered, so what you're supposed to do is then jump on, and then shoot it. Oh, I guess it was in rage, I didn't even notice that wasn't that, so... That was my bad. That would have been cool. As I was saying, I have the US Collector's Edition of Monster Hunter Rise pre-ordered. It comes with a Magnamalo amiibo and I believe some pins. It is not as cool as the giant Palamute plush that Japan gets. But I'm honestly just glad I managed to get a pre-order. I wasn't able to pre-order Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate when that came out, or World when it came out. So I'm just glad to be able to get a collector's edition of something Monster Hunter. In other news, the only other thing I've really been doing is I got into the Monogatari series, like, a lot. By a lot, I mean I spent like $400 on this series. I bought every single one of the novels and like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 figures? And I've been making my way through the anime. My favorite character is Senjo Gara. She is fantastic and I love her. She's amazing and can do no wrong, except when she does do wrong, because she's kind of insane a little bit. But she's less insane than the actual insane character. Barry's already limping. This bow is fantastic. It's like a high rank bow right out the gate. I think it costs 1 iron ore to create, and that's it. But yeah, I started with Monogatari. And I was actually watching that on stream, or was it on stream? Yeah, I was watching it on stream while I was waiting for Kevi-chan. Or no, it wasn't on stream, it was just when me and him were playing together on our own. Never mind. Me and Kevi-chan and Sarah were playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate one night, and I was watching Monogatari while I was playing with them, because he kept having to go off and do something because his Wi-Fi was sucking. Oh, nice. So I started with that, and I really, really liked Monogatari. But it took a long time for me to actually get into it. I started the first episode of that like 4 months ago, and just couldn't get into it. I tried so fucking hard to finish that first episode, and I just could not for the life of me do it. And then, like, probably 2 weeks ago at this point, I finished the first episode, and immediately went into the second episode because I was intrigued. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck's happening? Because even by the second episode, it's still really fucking confusing. And then the second episode was the end of the arc, and I was like, wait, what? Why was this anime only 2 episodes long? And then it started the next arc, and then I kind of was like, oh, okay, I understand what's going on now. It's a bunch of self-contained arcs. That makes sense. And so I finished the snail arc. The first arc is the crab arc, snail arc is the second. I finished that, and it was really fucking good. And then I started the third arc, and I finished that. And then I realized I'd been watching anime all day. And then I finished the entire series. Well, the entire Monogatari in like one night from the first episode, after I finished the first episode. And I was like, okay, I think I like this. And I didn't start the second series yet, Nisei, right off the bat, because I was really interested in reading the books. So I bought the first book of Monogatari in an attempt to finish, or in an attempt to understand what was going on with like the screen cuts and everything. So I finished the first book, Monogatari Part 1, and then I started Nisei Monogatari. And I kind of fucked up because I didn't realize this. But you're supposed to watch Kizu Monogatari after Bake. And I didn't realize that, and I didn't. So I was really fucking confused. That's actually a really cool kill stream. Yeah, that's really cool. Can't take screenshots on this, though. Anyway. I finished Nisei in it was either 1 day or 2 days. I really liked that. Of the 2 arcs, there is the B arc and there is the Phoenix arc. So, just to give you an overview of what's happened so far, Bake has crab, snail, monkey, snake, cat, and then Nisei is Phoenix, or B Phoenix, and then there's another cat. But the second cat is technically Neko Monogatari. I finished Nisei, and that was really good. Like, I think I actually kind of liked Nisei a little bit more than I liked Bake. But it was a bit more fan servicey. Like, if anybody who knows anything about the Monogatari series knows of the toothbrush scene, and that is from Nisei Monogatari. There's also a really intense shower scene with Sanjogahara and Hanakawa, but I really liked it because I am all about that Yuri life. And Hanakawa and Sanjogahara are my 2 favorite characters, so them getting naked together in a shower, I was completely okay with that. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, you know all about this, because I've been tweeting about it constantly. I've been doing live tweets of my Monogatari series experience. Let's see what else. What did I do after Nisei? I bought all of the books after Nisei, which, if you guys give me a second, I will actually pull up on my phone and read the titles of, because there is 18 of them. Bookwalker, Shout out to Bookwalker. I'm not sponsored by them, but they as a company are fucking fantastic. They have a huge Yuri series section, as well as just like a fuckload of light novels. Okay, so, like I said, I had bought Bakemonogatari Part 1, and it might tell me the date I bought that. No, it doesn't tell me the date I bought it. Oh wait, yes it does. Date of purchase was the 22nd of last month. So yeah, it's been about 2 weeks. After I finished Nisei, I bought Suki Monogatari, Owari Monogatari, Part 1 and 2, Otori Monogatari, Oni Monogatari, Nisei Monogatari's Part 1 and 2, Neko Monogatari White and Black, Koyomi Monogatari's Part 1 and 2, Koi Monogatari, Kizu Monogatari, Kabuki Monogatari, Hana Monogatari, and Parts 2 and 3 of Bake Monogatari. So I bought the entire series that was available on Bookwalker. It was about $180 for that. So my wallet fucking despises Monogatari. My wallet wishes Monogatari never existed. Because to put this into perspective, that was $180. And just one of the figures that I bought was another $180. It's the fucking Senjo Gara sitting in the chair from Nisei. If you guys know the scene, you know the scene. Then the other two figures I have are a Black Neko Hanakawa sitting in Aragi's like banana chair. I really like that one. Then I have a tiny chibi Senjo Gahara and a large-ish size regular Senjo Gahara holding a book. So I have a lot of Monogatari all of a sudden when I had no idea what it was like last week. Or last month, rather. Yeah. Kinda went insane with this series. And I'm not even entirely sure why. Like, I was told from the outset it would be a series that I would really like if I managed to get into it. Which is why I kept trying to get into it over and over and over again. Like I said, I actively tried for 4 months to finish the first episode. Most people would just drop it if you couldn't finish the first episode in 4 months. But when I finally did finish it, it was just like someone flipped a fucking light switch in my brain. I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. Now I understand why everybody said I would love this series. And again, I'm pretty sure a big part of that is because I bought the first book, Bake Monogatari Part 1. Because the biggest thing for me that was stopping me from finishing episode 1 was how fucking confused I was. Because for those of you who haven't seen anything of Monogatari, they will almost randomly cut scenes of whatever it is that's happening with black text on like a red or a white or a black screen, and the text is only there for like a second, like probably not even 3 frames. It just flashes and then it's gone. And every time it happened, I'd be like, fuck, I have to rewind a couple seconds, I have to pause it, read that, and then unpause it. And it was getting really annoying because I felt like I was missing something if I just let it happen. And it turns out what that is text ripped directly from the novel. Because Bake Monogatari and the Monogatari series in general, the protagonist, everything is told from the protagonist Aragi's point of view. And his monologues are fucking insane. Like, I'm not even kidding, this fucker went on a 7-page long monologue to describe in excruciating detail the color of Hanakawa's panties. Like, I'm not even kidding. 7 pages. I counted. You can look on my Twitter, it's there. I posted the entire thing. And so, because of that, a standard Monogatari episode is like 95% dialogue. But even then, there's still so much dialogue that is missed just by virtue of, like, time limits in an anime. You can only, have a 30-second or a 30-minute long anime episode usually. So just by virtue of that, stuff was missing. And so what they did is, each time the screen cuts like that, it's dialogue ripped straight from the novels, straight from Araragi's monologues. And once I knew that, and had been reading the first book, I was like, okay, I know what he's saying here. So I didn't have to keep pausing it, and all of a sudden, like, things made sense. And so after that, it wasn't a struggle at all to finish the first episode, because I just knew that it was like, I knew what he was going to say in that situation, so I didn't have to worry about not understanding it or missing something. I was not hunting that very seriously, but I don't even care. I'm mostly doing these low-rank hunts to try and remember how the fuck to play World, because whenever I go from a different game in Monster Hunter to World, or from World to a different game, I completely fucking forget how to play the other ones. What was I talking about? Oh right, Monogatari. Sorry I'm rambling about Monogatari, but that's literally been basically my entire life since the last time I streamed. So I bought all of the novels, and then... I finished Nisei, I bought all the novels, and then I went into Neko Monogatari Black. Now, the first season of Monogatari is 13 episodes plus 3 OVAs. The first 13 episodes are on Crunchyroll. It ends in a beautiful stargazing scene. I love it. The 13th episode is actually probably my personal favorite episode of the entire series. But Crunchyroll doesn't have 14, 15, and 16. You have to pirate those. So I went to a totally legal website to watch those. And the 15th episode does a better job of tying everything together than I feel the 13th episode did. I like the 13th episode as a concept for an ending, like, it's hard to explain, but as an ending in air quotations it works, but as an ending to Monogatari, Bakemonogatari, episode 15 works better. If you understand what I'm talking about, good for you, because I don't even understand it, but yeah. Then Nisei Monogatari, I believe, is 11 episodes, so it's a little bit shorter. But Neko Monogatari is only 4 episodes. And the reason why that is because of how Monogatari is adapted from novels into each individual arc. So, Bakemonogatari is 5 arcs, Nisei Monogatari is 2 arcs, Neko Monogatari is only 1 arc, because it's only adapting 1 book. Neko Monogatari Black. And so it was really short, and I finished it in 1 setting. And I honestly thought it was just okay. I wasn't really blown away by it, per se. I thought it was really good. And its ending, the ending scene... Well, I'll spoil it because Neko Monogatari is a prequel to Bakemonogatari. I won't spoil exactly what happens in the ending, but I'm going to tell you what happens in the last shot. The final shot is Araragi running up the stairs, the giant spiral staircase, and he's talking about how he's going to find somebody to love. And then the music from the stargazing scene, Senjogahara Torre, starts playing. And it cuts to you seeing Senjogahara standing at the balcony at the top of the stairs, and it just ends. And that is leading directly into the opening of Bakemonogatari. Because how that starts is with Araragi running up the stairs, and then Senjogahara falling through the air and being caught by it. And it's just amazing. Like, that actually made me cry. Like, I straight up teared up when they played that. Because Senjogahara Torre is an instrumental version of Senjogahara's original opening, Staple Stable. And it first plays, or at least the first time I noticed it playing, was during the stargazing scene. And so every time it plays after that in Monogatari, is usually in a reference to the stargazing scene, or in a reference to Araragi and Senjugaharu's relationship. No, I guess I just spoiled the fact that they end up together, but it happens really early on in Bakemonogatari. Like, it happens during the second arc that they get together, so... But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I finished Neko, and then I started second season. And second season starts with Neko White, which is the third part of Hanakawa's story. So it did feel a bit like Hanakawa Overload, because you end with Hanakawa in Bake, and then Nisei, she's not really in it, but then you get Neko Black, and then that's Hanakawa, and then you get Neko White as the start of second season. So there is a lot of Hanakawa, but that's great, because I actually kind of love her character. I made a tweet on Twitter that said reasons why I love Monogatari is because all of these are the same character, and it was all the different versions of Hanakawa up until second season. So there's the long hair, the short hair, white, long hair, white, short hair, and the tiger stripe. That won't make any sense to anybody who hasn't seen Monogatari. But yeah. I finished second season, and I had a lot to say about Monogatari second season, because I didn't feel like it was the second season. I felt like I had watched 3 entire anime series, and the reason for that is because it's 24 episodes long, plus 3 recap episodes, or no, 5 recap, I think. And it just, so much shit goes down in second season. Like, I finished that last night, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that happens. They killed off two of the, well, we'll go with 2. They killed off 2 of the major characters, and there's like a time travel apocalypse arc where Shinobu reveals that she can time travel because of course she can. Hanakawa's arc is resolved. One of the characters goes insane and becomes a homicidal god, and I'm not even kidding. Yeah, like, shit. Oh, there's an entire villain redemption arc. The villain from Nisei Monogatari is the protagonist of the final arc of second season. So that was really interesting. And actually really made me like him. I fucking love Kaiki. And I didn't like him originally. I thought he was kind of lame as a villain in Nisei, because he was just kind of underwhelming. But after the second season, he's kind of like a really interesting foil of not only Aragi, but also Oshino in a lot of ways. Because, like, he isn't a bad guy, per se. He's just not a good guy. But he knows he's not a good guy, and he's not trying to be a good guy. But he'll still help you if you pay him enough money to. It's really hard to explain, but it's done really well. But yeah, he shows up again, and it's really cute. There's a scene where Senjugaharu runs off into the bathroom and starts crying. That broke my heart into 1,000 tiny little pieces. But yeah, the second season was good. And then today, like actually just before I started streaming this, I literally just finished it. I finished Hana Monogatari, which is technically also part of second season, but it's only, well, it's kind of hard to explain because it claims to be 5 episodes, but it's 1 episode on Crunchyroll that's 2 hours long. So I'm not sure if it's a movie or if it's a really long OVA, because it only has 1 opening and 1 ending. Like, you only see the opening and ending animation once, but it still does the whole, like, what was the fucking arc called? Suguru Devil? It's Konbaru. It's her arc coming back. it did like Conbaru Devil 1, Conbaru Devil 2, like it would at the start of every episode, but it only had one opening and ending throughout the entire 2 hours. So I'm honestly not sure, but I finished that before I started streaming, and that is really good. You get to see Araragi in the future after he has graduated high school, and he's got really long hair and a car. And that was kind of funny to me, because Araragi riding around on his bicycle was like the single solidified image of Monogatari throughout the entire series. That's all he fucking does is ride around on his bicycle and get his ass kicked by everybody. So it was really funny to see him with a car, and even Conberg mentions it. She's like, how dare you betray my visions of you riding a bicycle for the rest of your life. That was just really funny to me. But oh yeah, he also has a Shinobu keychain on his keys, and that was adorable. So Shinobu from the ending style animations. If you haven't seen the ending animations to Monogatari, they're all done in this like really cool Nightmare Before Christmas-esque art style. I really fucking love it. Yeah. So that was really adorable. As an arc, I can understand why they didn't make it as part of second season, because second season's climax was so perfectly handled that it would really ruin the twist of Monogatari. I won't spoil it, but something happens that isn't explained in Monogatari, and it's kind of left up to your own personal, like, your theory as to how it happened. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm still not entirely sure how it happened. I have a theory that it has something to do with the intro monologue for the last arc, where the character doing the narrating says something along the lines of, the tale I'm about to tell you is true, ... or it might be false. And then he goes on a tangent about remembering to doubt everything you hear. So I'm assuming that since part 5 was being told from his perspective, that he just lied about a certain event that happens at the end. That's my theory. I genuinely don't know. I'm trying really hard not to spoil it. But yeah, Hana Monogatari was good. As an arc, I can see why it wasn't in there, but it was really nice to see Kanbaru again, because after the end of Nisei Monogatari, she kind of doesn't show up again, and even in Nisei Monogatari, she's kind of only in the B arc, and only a little bit, or no, it's not B arc, it's Phoenix arc. Karen wants to meet her for some reason. I forget why, but yeah, she's only there for a little bit. And so after Bake's arc ended, she kind of just fucked off the story and was relegated to being a side character, because she didn't show up at all in either of the Nekos. She was only there a little bit in Nisei, and she didn't really show up in second season either, other than occasionally being mentioned by Senjo Gahara in, like, passing. So it's really nice to see Kanbaru come back and have a resolution to her story. I am not actually sure which arc comes next. Once I'm done killing this Angie, I will pull it up, because I have a watch guide on my phone. I don't think it's Kizu. It might be Kizu Monogatari that I'm supposed to watch next. I think I mentioned it earlier. I genuinely don't remember. But Kizu Monogatari has 2 positions in the watch order, and apparently there's a lot of, like, fighting over which one you're supposed to do it in. Originally, in the novel release order, it came out second, so you're supposed to read Kizu Monogatari after finishing Bake's Part 1, 2, and 3. But apparently the anime version of it didn't come out until way later, and so the anime release order is the other one everyone always suggests. And the anime release order is the one I ended up doing because I didn't know you could watch Kizu second, and so I kind of like totally fucking skipped it. But I think Kizu is next. I just killed it, so while I'm carving, I will pull it up on my phone. There it is, okay. No, Tsuki Monogatari is next, and it's another 4 episode. I don't even know if Tsuki Monogatari is on Netflix, or not Netflix, Crunchyroll. Now I don't know what to talk about. I just spent the last however long ranting about Monogatari. I was ranting about a series that doesn't even have anything to do with Monster Hunter other than the fact that monsters are both in the title. Oh, Monogatari music is fucking amazing. Every arc has its own opening. They share an ending for the most part, like an ending theme. But each individual arc is really amazing. Yeah, it has a really amazing opening, I mean. My personal favorite is Sugar Sweet Nightmare, the opening of the first Nekomonogatari, Black. That one is fucking fantastic. Renai Circulation, it's a meme, but that song is genuinely amazing. I played it for my friend for the first time, and it got stuck in her head, and it was beautiful. She had never heard it before, and after hearing it once, it got stuck in her head, and I was like, yeah, that's Renai Circulation. Stable, I actually didn't like when I first heard it. But after hearing Senjo Gahara Tor, which is an instrumental version of it, or Torei, sorry, I really started to like it. Same sort of thing happened for Hachikuji's theme. I still think Hachikuji's theme is my least favorite. I forget what it's called, the opening she has. But it comes back in second season as a really, really depressing, like, piano version that happens in a really, really depressing scene. And that kind of, like, ripped my heart out and then poured battery acid over the pieces. And if you guys saw me on Twitter, I tweeted about what happened, when it happened, and yeah, that fucking broke me for like 2 hours. To put this into perspective, I was watching Monogatari's second season last night, or yesterday, for like 17 hours straight. I'm not even kidding, like, I watched over half of the entire series in one night. Like, in one sitting, without, like, getting up to go to the bathroom or anything. Just in one go, I started one episode, and then I turned off my TV and it was nighttime. Because I had started after eating breakfast. I was like, yeah, I'll just, you know, I got some cereal, you know, I'm gonna fucking eat it. Watch a couple episodes, maybe finish one arc, and then do my chores and whatever. I live alone, I'm 24. If I don't do chores, nobody does. And so I was like, yeah, I'll fucking be an adult. I'll watch a couple episodes of Monogatari and call it good. And then legit, like, I lost track of time because the way that, like, shit happens in second series makes it really, really fucking hard to stop watching. And then I legit just like looked out the window of my balcony. I was like, when did the sun go down? I looked at my phone and it was like 10:30 p.m. and I was like, what the fuck? Where did the day go? Yeah, it was bad. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, right. Monogatari themes. They are amazing. A lot of them show up again as instrumental versions that are kind of used, not quite as character themes, but themes of important events revolving around their character. Like, Sengoku's theme appears in Renai Circulation. Hers is really interesting because her second arc, is it not a comedy or second? I don't fucking remember the name of the arc. But the opening for hers is Renai Circulation, but the animation is like played backwards, and it's a new song called Muso Express, I believe. But it's almost exactly a one-to-one animation copy of Renai Circulation, but it's played like in reverse, and there's this really creepy laugh at the beginning, and like everything about it just feels super twisted and creepy. I genuinely don't know how to describe it other than creepy and weird, but I think I called it cursed on Twitter. But it's really interesting what they did with it. I already mentioned Senjogara's appears as the theme of the stargazing scene and things relating to her and Araragi's relationship. And I cry like a little bitch every time it plays. I'm trying to think when Converse and Hanakawa's themes show up. Because Sugar Sweet Nightmare, her opening theme, the opening theme for Neko Black is like, it's got the exact same melody, but the song itself is different. But it's like the exact same notes, just sped up a little bit. It's hard to explain, but it's really interesting. There's a lot of musical connections in Monogatari. I actually put this together, and I have no idea if it's true or not. This is just me talking out my ass, but I'm convinced someone at Spike Chunsoft is a huge Kaiki Deshu fan, because I was replaying part of Eye of the Somnium Files, and the carousel-esque theme that plays in the very first sync, I guess it's the second one, because the first one is when you're in your own sync, but the one for the carnival, or not carnival, Bloom Park, when it's like raining and you have to raise the telephone pole and shit, that one, I realized this after hearing Kaiki's theme, but that is like basically just the exact same song as Kaiki's theme. It's got like the exact same thing going on, and I was like, what the fuck? How is this the exact same fucking song? And I made a tweet about it on Twitter, and a bunch of people liked it. So I can only assume I'm not the only person who put that together. But yeah, I'm convinced whoever did the theme for that sync is a Monogatari fan and was sneaking some Kaiki in there. Either that or it's just a really hilarious connection. Or coincidence, rather. Kaike's theme is so fucking catchy. It's been stuck in my head like all fucking day. And again, I'm mostly just fucking around during the stream. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the other game I was considering streaming is 7 Days to Die. After Vinny started playing it, I downloaded it. I don't really like horror games all that much. I'm okay with horror, but a lot of horror games aren't scary. They're kind of just jump scares, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. They've never really done anything for me. But I really like the concept of 7 Days to Die as like more of a survival game than just a traditional zombie spook game. That's cool. Yeah. And so I checked it out because it was only like $15. And it's been really fun. I've made it through 3, technically 4 hordes. I'm on day 22. The first horde is on day 7. The second, I believe, is on day 15 or 14. And the third one is on day 20. The problem is, I did the third horde while I was at a friend's house, and I had to leave, so as soon as I killed all the fucking zombies, I just turned off my laptop, like I closed the game and, you know, saved and everything. I thought it would be good, and it would save my progress. And so today, when I opened it up again, I was standing outside of my house, and it was still, like, damaged and shit, and I was out of ammo and everything. And the horde fucking happened again. They respawned. And I was fighting those fuckers until the sun came up. In-game. It was fucking atrocious. I hated it. Because I basically had to kill everybody with fucking a primitive bow and arrow. And they broke down basically I've shown pictures on Twitter of what my base looks like, but I basically commandeered one of the bank, like, house area things. And I filled there's a second floor with a giant hole in it with, like, a gate, or a cage, rather. And from the second floor, I can look in and shoot into the lobby. And from the second floor, I have a bunch of balconies and shit that I can go outside and shoot them while they're trying to break down the front door. But because there were so many... Oh shit, I got a Rathian plate. But because there were so many of them, and the first horde... Sorry, burped. Because the first horde that I had fought the night before, like IRL, had already broken down, like, a bunch of my doors and damaged the walls and shit, they broke through no problem. And so I was fucking hiding out on the second floor of my house, shooting them with, like, I think I had 14 pistol ammo and, like, a single stack of shotgun ammo, and I ran through both of them. And so I was just fucking shooting them with arrows, and I threw a couple spears in there, and it was bad. I lived, though. I didn't die by some miracle, but I ran out of a fuckload of ammo. So I was thinking I could do, like, a scavenging stream or something, but I wasn't... This is gonna sound really hard to believe, I'm sure, but Monster Hunter World at 60 frames a second and at 4K resolution runs better on my laptop than 7 Days to Die does. I don't understand it. Like, it might be picking it up. I'm hoping not, because my microphone is angled directly away from it. But in every other time I've streamed something, you can hear my laptop fan going. And for Monster Hunter World, it's like a little zzz, and it's not too bad. For 7 Days to Die, it legit screams. Like, it sounds like my laptop is screaming at me when I play that game. I was like, well, probably not a good game to test to see if I can stream games from my laptop while playing them. For a game that barely runs on my laptop for whatever reason. Despite being, like, 7 years old. How fucking lazy are you, bitch? Did she leave? Yep, she left the lookout. God damn it. Oh, nice visual at least. I don't think I can break this, can I? No, I can't. Damn. Rathy and Rathalos can break that, but I guess I can't. Alright, let's return to the camp. I will say one thing has been incredibly infuriating. I am playing this with a Xbox One controller. I fucking despise it. I have nothing against Xbox. If you like Xbox, good for you. I'm used to PS4 and Nintendo controllers, and I'm looking at them like one-to-one. I have my Switch directly in front of me. The B button is where the A button should be. The A button is where the B button should be. The X button is where the Y button should be. And the Y button is where the X button should be. So every time I look at the screen and it says press A to do something, I press the B button because I'm used to A on a controller being on the right and not the bottom. And it throws me off so much. Oh hey, I can ride Jacker's thing, yeah. Yeah, that, what I was just doing, that was me trying to press a button and it being the wrong button. One thing about Rise I'm really excited about is being able to do this and just fucking ride wherever. Like being able to actually control the mount or Palamute in that game instead of it only taking you to a specific place. Are you leaving the locale? You fucker. That's infuriating. Did my Jackers run away? Did. Damn it. So I was checking how long I've been streaming. Oh shit. Ow. Oh hey, Rathian's back. fuck you go? It's gotta be around here somewhere. There you are. At least I got a tail. Sharpie. Oh, that's not a rideable one. Okay. Should be up here. So Vrathian, that's annoying. He's down, so that's good. Can't say I'm entirely fit and thrilled to fight a Rathian on this fucking hill. So be it. Well, at least we're not on the hill anymore. fought enough Rathians. I should know fucking patterns. It's off. I'm poisoned again. I haven't used longsword in a while, so I'm actually trying to relearn how to fucking play the weapon. Let's see, where did the tail pop off? There it is. There's a Rathalos in the area. I have to be wary of that. After the Rathian, I'm probably gonna call the stream. Just because it is getting to the part where my throat is gonna hurt from talking. I blame Monogatari for that. Trying to do fucking fades there. Oh, she's at least limping. Unfortunately, I don't have any traps to try and capture, so that's annoying. Are you man? Yes, you are. Chase it. Tonight we dine on Wrath Flesh. Meat's back on the menu, boys. The boys gonna start writing. Cool. Up the ladder we go. Oh, is it at its nest? Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's like Rathalos is there too, so that's cool. Fight until it runs off. I don't trust myself to punch a Rathalos with a longsword for doing it. Maybe during the height of my longsword days I would be able to do it. Right now I do not trust myself with the weapon enough. I was able to do it with a bow. But I'm not gonna see. See, tiny little fucking off. HP and fucking beast mod. Oh damn it, that's interesting. Get that list of things I have to fix for fucking runs. I was really hoping it would fucking. There it goes. Carry off Rathalos. I guess since he fucked me out of carving up Rathian, I'll kill him instead, but wasn't planning on it. Please just let me carve a fucking tail. Thank you. Probably going down soon. He's limping. He's going down soon. Considering how many fucking times I just knocked him over. Fucking deserves it. That'll probably make for a nice clip, though. Me just fucking spirit slashing the hell out of him for like 2 minutes. If nothing else. Up we go. Chase down Wraith. But if nothing else, this is a good example of how good the fucking Defender set is. There's no reason I should be able to hunt a Rathlete or a Rathalos at this point in the single player campaign for this game. So, you know, pretty decent weapon. Oh nice, got a fucking mount. Can't say a mount was what was after, but I'll take it. Monster Hunter Stories. I should have tried that one before. I thought do this fucking combo before you go down, asshole. There we go. Well, that was a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be, but he's dead, so... I guess the lesson to be learned here, as Kaiki would say, is that I can kill a Rathalos with a longsword again. I mean, I could do it before, but I didn't have faith in it in the world. But, I guess it goes to show. Don't know until you try. Well, I'm going to head back to Astera. Click my expedition ward, save, and then probably call the stream there, because it seems as though the test worked. Nice good amount of rewards.
Head to the Wildspire Waste immediately.
Okay, I have to talk to this guy. Okay. Save. And thank you guys for watching.